So, last weekend, my family and I set out to visit Grandma at her new retirement community. It was one of those places with perfectly manicured lawns, cheerful residents, and a calendar full of activities that made you wonder if they were preparing for an Olympic event of leisure. As we walked through the entrance, we couldn't help but notice a peculiar sign near the activities board: Bingo Tournament Tonight, Biop. My brother, ever the curious one, asked, "What's Biop?" Grandma winked and said, "Bring your own prune juice," before shuffling us along to the cafeteria. We spent the afternoon listening to Grandma talk about her new friends and how she had taken up knitting again. As the day turned into evening, the residents began to gather in the rec room for the bingo tournament. The room was filled with an air of anticipation more intense than a high school prom. My brother and I decided to stick around and see what the fuss was all about. Armed with our store-bought prune juice, we found seats in the back, not prepared for what was to come. The announcer, an elderly man with a voice like gravel, started calling out numbers, and the room was immediately filled with the frantic rustling of bingo cards. As the game went on, we noticed something odd. People were whispering in hushed tones, exchanging bottles of prune juice with the same gravity one might use to trade stocks on Wall Street. Grandma, sitting at the head of her table, was suddenly very animated, her eyes gleaming like a professional poker player. B12. The announcer called, and the room erupted into a cacophony of cheers and groans. One resident jumped up, her arms raised in victory, and yelled, "Bingo!" The crowd fell silent, then someone muttered, "She's been on a roll since she switched to organic prune juice." In the end, Grandma didn't win, but she was unfazed. As we left, she leaned over and said, "Don't worry, I've got a secret weapon for next time." My brother and I exchanged puzzled looks. "What's that, Grandma?" I asked. She grinned mischievously and replied, "The prune juice cleanse. It's bound to clear the competition."